I used to get caught up in the idea that nothing matters. Like, why would I do anything if nothing at the end of the day matters? It doesn't matter how much I work, how much effort I put in, how successful I get or not. No matter what it is that I do in this world, I'll end up eventually dying. Everybody around me will end up eventually dying, and I will not be remembered. Neither is anyone in my generation. None of us will ever be remembered. In the grand scheme of things, nothing matters at all. And if you've gone stuck in this particular trap, it gets difficult to do anything. Because why would you? There's no sense of purpose or urgency to do anything if you know that it doesn't matter. If you know that no matter what it is that you contribute to the world, it will be forgotten. Because none of us can be one of the greats. That's for sure. None of us on the internet are going to be remembered either. We're all going to die being speckles in the world. This thought used to get me down a lot. I would think, what is the purpose? Why? Why should I strive so hard? Why should I work so hard? Why should I even do anything? Why should I even get up in the morning? If at the end of the day, nothing matters. And we know that it's nihilistic to think this way, right? It's nihilistic and negative. It's a very negative thought pattern. And it isn't healthy by any means. Because at the end of the day, we have to contribute to society in some way, shape, or form. Whether we like it or not, we have to. But I'm trying to reshift this negative focus, this nihilistic perspective, and turn it into an absurd one. The absurdist thought that, yeah, nothing matters, everything is absurd. Thank God. Thank God everything is absurd. Thank God nothing matters. Thank God we die and nobody remembers us. And instead of it being such a negative thing, take it more so as a positive. Like you can literally do whatever it is that you want to do. If you're in this negative mindset and you're thinking, why should I have a sense of urgency? Why should I feel the pressure to do anything? Why should I figure it out if at the end of the day nothing matters? Yeah, nothing at the end of the day matters. Do whatever it is that the fuck you want to do. And yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to change that perspective. It's not easy to think of it in a positive way. It's not. It really isn't. But it should provide you a sense of ease in the world. They say that death is finally being at peace because living is suffering. And I think the more we can try to change our minds to make our lives easier, to alleviate that pressure to make something out of yourself, to create a legacy or whatever it is that you feel like doing. If you feel like you are meaningless, that is because you think that you are meaningless. And yeah, of course, if you zoom out and you look at it logically, it is meaningless. Everything is meaningless. Yet we provide our own meaning. We put the meaning in our own lives. And yeah, does that induce a lot of anxiety and a lot of stress and a lot of pressure? It does, but it doesn't have to. Because at the end of the day, thank God. Thank God nothing matters. Thank God you can embarrass yourself. You can do something really bad or really good. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that present moment in time. All that matters is that present moment in time. Thank God anything you do in this life doesn't matter. Could you imagine? Could you imagine you do one mess up, you mess up something in your life and that would be remembered forever? Could you imagine how terrible that would be? That would be awful. But no, we want is we want to be remembered for our good things. But life doesn't work that way. You don't get to choose. And thank God we don't get to be remembered. Thank God nothing matters. Thank God nothing has meaning and we can ascribe meaning to things. And all it needs is that perspective shift, that negative to positive shift. And it's difficult. I totally get it, and it's difficult because being nihilistic feels good. It feels good to victimize yourself. It feels good to feel like you're a victim of your circumstances. But if you are a victim of your circumstances, you would never do anything in life. You could either do nothing in life or do something because the outcome is going to be the same. You might as well make your living life as pleasurable as possible. Now, I'm not saying to go do really shitty things. That's not what I'm saying. Just a few thoughts I've had. And this was inspired actually from a video I saw from a creator that said that there is no point in working, there is no point in doing anything, you know. And I remember being stuck in that thought loop where nothing really mattered. Never mattered what I did or what I was going to do, or because at the end of the day, we all die. And eventually we get forgotten. And eventually everything we did will be forgotten as well. And that used to scare me. I used to feel like, what is the purpose? And I get that. I do. I really do. And it's hard to get out of that. It's hard to get out of that mindset because it's easier to find reasons to do nothing than to do something without knowing the outcome of it. And so I'd like to take a more absurdist approach to it where it's funny how we attribute meaning to our lives. Each person sees life differently. How crazy is that? How absurd is that? But then you finally feel free. There is no shackles holding you back. You're not victimizing yourself by blaming things on the world or society. You take matters into your own hands. Because it doesn't matter what you do. You could do good, you could do bad, you could do terrible things, you could do wonderful things. And it doesn't matter. How freeing is that? That nothing you will ever do, that nothing you will ever accomplish matters. It only matters in this moment, in this present moment, in this present generation. And then after that, you'll be gone in the wind. And maybe that makes living so much more meaningful. Because it eventually doesn't mean anything. But it is meaningful in the moment. And in the moment that you choose to do whatever it is that you choose to do, it feels so overwhelming. It feels like it is the most important thing in the world. But it isn't. And how wonderful is that? And when we eventually die, when we're eventually on our deathbeds, death is the end of suffering. You finally feel free. because nothing you ever did ever really mattered, and nothing you ever do will ever really matter. So do whatever it is that you want to do. Anyway, that's it for today. I cut my hair, so it's a little too short for my liking, but not bad. Not bad. I filmed another video and I wasn't really happy with it, so um, I'm at work right now and I just wanted to film this little, I guess, thought vomit. And yeah, that's it. Um, Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye.